One of the more darker episodes of Secret Level has to deal with Pac-Man. At the core of the episode is the concept of the maze, a universal symbol that mirrors the structure of many video games. Whether the game is a maze like Pac-Man or an expansive, open-world adventure, games often present players with environments designed to be navigated repeatedly. The protagonist's endless attempts to escape the maze reflect the cycle that many gamers fall into, the repeated and often fruitless effort to progress, improve, or achieve a higher score. In games of all types, players are typically motivated by a sense of challenge, but the danger arises when this challenge morphs into an obsessive need for perfection, recognition, or completion. The phrase, "there's strength in repetition," echoes a fundamental aspect of many games, where players must repeat tasks, levels, or missions in order to progress or improve their skills. The repetitive nature of gaming is key to its appeal, but it can also lead to addiction. In the episode, this repetition is not a means of enjoyment, but a mechanism that traps the individual. This is especially true in games that reward incremental progress, such as leveling up, unlocking achievements, or gaining new gear, which can give the illusion of accomplishment without offering genuine fulfillment. As in the maze, players often find themselves endlessly running through loops without realizing the toll it takes on their time and mental state. A central theme in the episode is the illusory promise of escape. The character is repeatedly told, "You will escape the maze," yet that escape never comes. This is a direct commentary on how many players view their gaming pursuits. In the hopes of achieving a higher score, completing a game 100%, or unlocking a perfect playthrough, players often believe that this next milestone will provide them with a sense of fulfillment or closure. However, like the character in the episode, they remain trapped in the cycle, always chasing an unattainable goal. In games, the idea of escape can be understood as the pursuit of completion or the achievement of a flawless run. However, in many games, such as open-world titles or competitive multiplayer games, the quest for perfection is endless, and completion is always just out of reach. Even when players think they have mastered a game or completed it, new challenges or expansions are frequently added, thus prolonging the cycle of repetition. Just as the character is stuck in an endless maze, so too are players ensnared by their own belief that one more game, one more level, or one more achievement will lead to the escape they crave. In the episode, the protagonist is forced to devour in order to survive, which serves as a metaphor for the way gaming can consume players. The phrase "you devour" is a chilling reflection of how players, particularly those addicted to gaming, become absorbed by the virtual worlds they inhabit. Whether through the consumption of time, attention, or energy, gaming addiction can take a heavy toll on a person's real-world life. The insatiable drive to play, to reach a higher score, or to achieve virtual success can lead players to neglect relationships, work, school, and self-care. The "eat or be eaten" concept reinforces the transactional nature of addiction. In gaming, players often push themselves to the brink of exhaustion in pursuit of a high score, a perfect run, or the completion of an in-game objective. Like the character in the episode, players may not be fully aware of the long-term damage they are doing to their personal lives, as they focus entirely on the virtual world. The repetitive consumption of in-game rewards is analogous to how players consume their own time and mental focus. The pursuit becomes a cycle of feeding the addiction, with the player continuing to play, consume, and repeat, all while overlooking the real-world consequences of their actions. One of the most tragic elements of the episode is the realization that the protagonist is forever trapped in the maze. The final lines, "You are the one," trapped, reveal the inescapable nature of the addiction, symbolizing how many gamers feel when they are caught in an endless loop of gameplay. The promise of escape through achievement or progress turns out to be a false hope, and players find themselves trapped in an unbreakable cycle, where the game demands their attention and time, but offers little in return. This idea is mirrored in many popular games, where players continuously strive for higher scores, better rankings, or in-game accomplishments. In some cases, the game rewards players for spending increasingly more time playing, further encouraging the cycle. Gamers often neglect the real world in favor of digital success, failing to realize that the escape they seek can never truly be attained because the game itself is designed to keep them hooked, constantly striving for something that can never truly be perfect or final. The act of playing, much like the act of devouring, becomes all-consuming, leading players further down the path of addiction. The episode's portrayal of a maze, endless repetition, and the pursuit of escape offers a poignant and dark reflection of the nature of gaming addiction. Through the protagonist's constant struggle to escape and the repeated emphasis on eating or consuming, the episode highlights how gaming can become an obsessive and consuming force in a player's life. Whether in the form of achieving a higher score, completing a game, or unlocking all achievements, the goal of perfection can drive players to waste valuable time and energy, ultimately leaving them trapped in an unbreakable cycle. The episode serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of gaming addiction and the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between the virtual world and real-life responsibilities. Just as the character in the maze is unable to escape, so too are many players trapped in a cycle that consumes their time and energy without offering meaningful fulfillment. You start, you play, you die,